Hello, Internet. This is HyperSonicSpeedGrov, the Grov as in the Pokémon Grovyle, and this is episode 6 of my EarthBound Let's Play. In the last episode, we made our way through Tucson to the peaceful Rest Valley, but got blocked off by an iron pencil statue, so we might as well just head back to Tucson. I'm going to try to maneuver around these mobile sprouts because I want to save my PP. I don't think 34 is going to be enough for what we have to do in this episode. So that is why I'm going to try to avoid these mobile sprouts and send them off screen so they disappear. We have 2 caves to go through, and every time we go in between Tucson and Peaceful Rest Valley, and once we exit, the phone starts ringing, so if we pick it up. Hello, this is the Apple Kid. I've just finished work on this great invention. Get over here as fast as you can. This thing is so cool. See you soon. Slam. Beep. So, now we know what we have to do. Head to Apple Kid. So, let's head over there. There's also one thing I would like to do in Tucson while we're here, because we might as well. So, I'm going to head west to where all the things are happening. We can talk to Orange Kid here. Let me go around his house. We can talk to Orange Kid here. Are you looking for that so-called genius Apple Kid? As a true genius, I'll tell you that he's in Berglund Park looking for you. Which is convenient, because we were going to pass by Berglund Park anyways, for what we were going to do. So in Berglund Park, he's in the southwest area of it. There he is. Feeling really out of it, because I've been working all night, but finally, the pencil eraser is ready. This machine will eradicate all pencil-shaped figures in just 1 second. It's incredibly powerful. Just don't use it near a shop that sells pencils. Here, it's yours now. And there it is, the pencil eraser. If I invent some other brilliant item, I'll call you. So now we can get rid of that pencil statue, but there's also one thing I would like to do, and that is buy a teddy bear. These you can get in the Tucson department store for $178, and I want one for a couple of reasons. One, it's always nice to have 100 hit points of fluff that can get beat up instead of you, and because these things can get hit by PSI magnet, and they don't have any PP, so it'll just do nothing. And I would rather get hit by PSI magnet. I would rather have my teddy bear lose PP than me, seeing as the teddy bear doesn't have any PP. So I'm going to withdraw a bit of money, and we have around just enough, 127. And it'll be this lady, who you want to buy from, otherwise she makes some rude comment, so I'm going to buy and leave. This teddy bear is very nice to have. And also, I would recommend depositing your money, because if you get a game over, get your head handed to you, you'll lose half of the money that you're currently holding. So, I have nothing on me, so I don't have much to lose. I recommend depositing the money because if you get a game over, which you're likely to do in Peaceful Rest Valley, like I said, you won't lose any money, and let me tell you, it is really easy to die in Peaceful Rest Valley. I'm going to try to avoid enemies, because this area is brutal. I would say this is one of the hardest parts of the game. Once you get through here, the game significantly gets easier, and then it gets harder eventually, but for now it's going to be pretty difficult. I'm going to take advantage of this magic butterfly and heal, and then use the magic butterfly to restore 20 PP. And that'll be useful, as that's a couple more rock-ins I can do. Hopefully, we don't run into any mobile sprouts, but now I'm confident that we can actually fight 1 or 2 and be safe, and hopefully we don't lose any PP. Like I said, it uses PSI magnet, and okay, it drained my PP, but if it had targeted the teddy bear, we wouldn't have lost any PP. And hey, that's nice, the teddy bear didn't lose any health, so we still have a full health teddy bear for Peaceful Rest Valley. Oh, there's another one. Gosh, I don't like these mobile sprouts. They are too plentiful in my opinion. Okay, not even attacking the teddy bear. Well, I guess it's good to save its health for some other enemies. Alright, now we're in Peaceful Rest Valley, and we can get to the challenging part. There are a couple of new enemies that we could run into, so I'll explain those as we encounter them. And there's one enemy that I am particularly dreading coming into contact with. Now, if you've played EarthBound, you'll know what this is, but I really do not want to be caught off guard by it. So, for some weird reason, there's a pencil-shaped iron statue blocking the path. So we can use the pencil eraser, and the pencil statue is erased, and we get to keep the pencil eraser. There's nothing up there, so let's just cross the bridge and get into the main area. And I have almost everything, so now we can heal up, which is nice with this magic butterfly. I'm getting pretty lucky with those, it seems, and that is the enemy I was dreading, that moving tree. That is a territorial oak, and hopefully it's off-screen now and we don't have to run into it. But this diamond is a spinning robot. They have around 115 HP, I believe it's 113 actually, and they can fire a beam which does quite a bit of damage. They can also do something else, but we might run into what that is. Oh, here it is. A beam that causes nighttime stuffiness. That'll give you a cold, and that'll deal 4 HP of damage to you every turn, and it'll also damage you as you walk around, so you'll have to use Healing Alpha to get rid of that. I'm very paranoid that one of these trees is going to start moving and attack us, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Heading up here, we can grab a Travel Charm, which we already have equipped, and it doesn't even raise your defense, so I don't really know why we have it. That right there, not the 3 mobile sprouts, but the other enemy, is a Lil UFO. And that can also shoot the nighttime stuffiness beam. I'm going to use Rockin', since there are quite a few things here, and I don't want the teddy bear to take too much damage. Hopefully this Rockin' gets rid of at least the mobile sprouts. And, okay, the little UFO too. Luckily, the mobile sprout couldn't make more of itself, so we can get through that battle relatively undamaged. I'm going to run past these guys really quick. I don't like that. Nope. I believe there's something down here we can also grab. Yep. This is a croissant. Or no, a luck capsule. Croissant is somewhere else, I believe. The luck capsule increases your luck by 1, and I'm going to drink it now because we are running out of space in our inventory. Hopefully this walking back and forth will get rid of some of the enemies on the path we need to take. And oh no, there's a territorial oak. I am really scared of that thing, and I am getting paranoid every time I see a tree, because I'm sure we'll run into one, but if it's alone, I might fight it because I just want to show what it does. And these magic butterflies are really coming in clutch here, as we're staying at relatively full health after every battle. I wonder who made the bridge impassable. Why would someone do this? Crud. Here is the croissant I was talking about earlier, and this will give about 60 HP when you eat it. I'm going to have to start dropping things because we have no more inventory space. So yeah, I'm going to unfortunately drop the the travel charm, because it doesn't really do anything. It protects you from paralysis, but there's nothing really going to use paralysis on us, right? This right here is a bomb, and what it will do is damage an enemy when you use it, and it can also damage enemies to the side of it, and it disappears after it explodes. It does around 45 to 135 damage to the main enemy you target, and around 30 to 70 damage to the enemies on its side. I'm going to try to avoid this large cluster of enemies here, but it might be difficult. I am trying to head to the east there, up that way. Oh, like I said, territorial oak. Let's fight it. And of course there's a mobile spray. Now the territorial oaks can do a couple of things. They can use a vacuum attack, which lowers your offense and defense, they can use Brain Shock Alpha, which normally doesn't work on Ness or the teddy bear, and they can deal damage, which is about 25 damage per hit. I'm going to try to get rid of the Mobile Sprout first. You always want to make sure the Territorial Oak is the last enemy you defeat, and this is because, when you defeat it, it will burst into flames, dealing a lot more HP than you have, so you'll have to get to the end of the battle before your health rolls down to 0, and burst into flames, dealing 270 damage. That is the scary part. And we gained a level. Offense went up by 4, Guts by 1, HP by 1, PP by 1, and we learned Paralysis Alpha. Now we can inflict paralysis on enemies, but I'm going to not use my PP on paralysis because it doesn't always work on enemies, and I realized I just went the wrong way. I am going to not use paralysis as it can only sometimes make an enemy feel numb, and normally it doesn't work when I use it. I am going to head north from here because there's one thing you can get all the way up here that is very good. I am going to do my best to not battle those enemies. And, ooh, a magic butterfly. I'll use the life up. I had max HP anyways, but better safe than sorry. I should probably know my own max HP, but, you know, it's fine. Oh gosh. I am getting very nervous because we're about halfway through and I do not want to run into a stray Territorial Oak. Alright, the UFO spinning robo combo here. I'm going to use Rockin' because they can do quite a bit of damage, and I can tell my teddy bear is almost done for because they only have around 100 health. I would say get rid of the spinning robo first, as the little UFO is just a less threatening version of it. And, oh boy, this teddy bear is holding up relatively well, but I don't think it has many more hits left that it can take. Heading all the way up into this corner, we can get the hard hat, but I have too much stuff to carry, so I'll eat a hamburger. This hard hat is very, very good, and I will equip it as soon as I can. I'm going to throw out the Mr. Baseball cap, as I did not think to bring the for sale sign with me, but we don't need a little bit of money that we could get from selling that cap, so I'll just take the hard hat and move on. We got a surprise opening attack on this little UFO, which I will use to run away, because I do not want to fight. I don't care about the experience, just let me escape. Heading this way, we can see a strange cabin out in the middle of this valley, and an entrance there, but we can't reach it. Oh boy, that's a Territorial Oak. I was just gonna see, we have 771 experience to the next level, and luckily the Territorial Oak got cornered. One Mobile Sprout isn't really threatening to us, and we got a smash attack, so it's even less threatening than it normally would be. I'm going to ignore that magic butterfly, as we're very, very close to the end of this large area, so hopefully I can get out of here. I'll use Bash on these Mobile Sprouts, as they'll probably drain my PP anyways, so there's no point in using Life Up. And the teddy bear went down, but I appreciate its efforts. Got a smash attack, which is quite useful, as that'll stop them from healing with Life Up. And, oh, they didn't have enough PP. Perfect. Great, these guys stop moving. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be, but I am getting fairly lucky. And oh boy, that's a Territorial Oak. Oh, there are two of them. So this is a very interesting predicament. I am cornered on the right by a Territorial Oak, on the left by a Territorial Oak, and to the southwest by a spinning robo. But luckily, the Territorial Oaks cannot be fought at the same time as the spinning robos, so we can just fight one spinning robo, which is a lot less dangerous than the trees that are surrounding us. As you can see, we caught nighttime stuffiness, and as we walk around, it will deal damage to us until we use Healing Alpha or Heal Up. As you can see, the screen starts flashing and it deals a little bit of damage. So I'm going to use Healing just to get over that cold. Here's a cup of life noodles, and this is a very, very useful item. It revives a friend who is unconscious. It also works well on poison, nausea, cold, sunstroke, falling asleep, uncomfortable crying, and feeling strange. This is effective when you have paralysis or have been diamondized. Basically, it's a great item. Speaking of great, we can get a magic butterfly here. Sometimes I feel like they're traps and trying to lead you into enemies, but I think we should be fine. That cup of life noodles is too good not to get this early in the game. I'm going to use PSI Rockin' as we're so close to the end. So I'm just going to try to get rid of as many enemies as possible, as fast as possible, so we don't take as much damage as our teddy bear is gone. Use shield there, which is not the best thing that could happen, but at least the spinning robot goes down. We aren't losing that much health either, and that's thanks to the hard hat, which is protecting us pretty well. And even the smash attack only did 59 damage. Level up to level 15, offense went up by 1, defense by 2, speed by 1, luck by 1, HP by 3, PP by 2. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, I'm just going to take this path, and as you can see, here's the exit. I am not going to fight those guys. We just have this little cave to go through, and we're in home free, basically. There are a couple of coil snakes, but those are the same enemies from One-It, so I wouldn't be too worried about them. Here we are. Can't access the map, but that doesn't really matter. I am not your enemy. I am just a plain old mole. You are certainly stronger than you were while wandering around One-It. Have you ever suddenly gotten the U1 message when you met a weak enemy? That's surefire proof that you've become stronger. You don't want to waste your time fighting wimpy enemies, do you? Welcome to Happy Village. Don't want to run into that guy. Hopefully I can get him off screen. Because we're not here to really fight or anything. I just want to end the video. We've made it through that trek that was Peaceful Rest Valley, and now we're in Happy Village. One day, Mr. Carpenter received a revelation. He now speaks the real truth. We wanted to join the Happy religious group. We're a married couple from Tucson. Our child is waiting for us in Tucson. As a souvenir, we'd like to bring him some happiness. You might misunderstand what I have to say, but Carpenter's voice affects one's minds like a hypnotist. You don't seem to understand, so I'll explain it to you. When the world is changed to blue, a peaceful country can be established. Do you understand now? I can tell by your face that you're only pretending to understand. You just want something. Which might be true. I want a place to save the game. There are a couple of magic butterflies, and this red house... I'm not sure. Point! Friends, in Valley Behind Threed. Ding ding! Mr. Carpenter communicates with the divine, so he is able to deliver inspired messages. There's a cow here. I'm just a plain old cow, but Mr. Carpenter's messages always move me. And here, meager living farm, lodgings available. So, if we head inside, we're all like one big happy family here in Happy Village. Basically, our policy is to only allow family members to stay here in the village. However, if you're interested in learning about Happy-Happyism, we may make an exception and let you stay for $50, which we don't have. Never have I heard such disrespect. Get out and stay out, so we can't really stay at the hotel. We're broke. So that leaves us to just head to, hopefully someplace where there's a phone so we can call our dad. Mr. Carpenter wants a girl. No, I don't mean it like that. I meant he's looking for a girl who can be the high priestess of Happy-Happyism. I heard he's already got her. Oh boy. When I painted everything blue as Mr. Carpenter said, my wife who had run out on me returned home. Here is the hospital, but we don't need any healing for now. There's a magic butterfly here, which we don't really need, but I appreciate the sentiment. Blue, blue. I wish for everything in this world to become blue. I think that those who won't paint everything blue are opposed to peace. I want them all to listen, even if it requires kicking their butts. There's a place ahead that can't be painted blue. It's a strange and anti-blue place. I can't stop thinking about it, and I can't even go near that place. Here, all of our products are blessed. Blue Blue Drugstore, which is the place that we need to go, and not even the normal drugstore music plays here. The information on the back of the refreshing herb reads as follows. If you catch a cold, if you're ill, or if you can't seem to heal, if you're poisoned, if you're depressed, a refreshing herb is the real deal. I think I just said depressed. I know it seems pretty iffy, but you should give it a try. Which is true, the refreshing herb is pretty useful. But I'm just going to withdraw $1 so we can use the phone and save the game, because this place is pretty spooky, and I think we can call it a day after making it through Peaceful Rest Valley. So I'm going to save the game, and we should now have $326 in the bank, which is useful. I'm going to save the game, like I said, and end the game. Well, I'll continue the game, but all in the video. So this has been HyperSonicspeedGrov, the Grov as in the Pokémon Grovyle, and I'll see you in the next episode.